Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Gretchen Winters, Director of Marketing for Birch Travel, and we're excited to have this week's Traveling in 2020 because we're going to talk about Las Vegas. And I'm very excited because we have Joel Peterson with us, who's in leisure sales for the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority. He is Mr. Vegas. I know that probably, messes up, what's his name, Wayne Newton. But anyhow, welcome, Joel.
Thank you so much, Gretchen. Great to be with you and to talk to all of your followers today.
Wonderful. Hey, what's going on in Las Vegas with all the protocols? We got protocols everywhere we go, but give us a little bit of an idea of what Las Vegas is looking like now with COVID and all they're doing to maintain safety for everyone.
Awesome. Great question. So I have firsthand experience. I just returned from Las Vegas the previous week. I was so happy to see for myself how a lot of the hotels are handling it. When you're walking in the casinos, you will see some of the properties are actually taking temperature checks. They are touchless UV thermal cameras in some cases at properties like the Venetian and the Wynn. Now, not all properties are doing that, but some of the properties that I don't notice that were downtown and on the Strip are doing that. Then as you start walking through the public spaces, you're seeing very abundant plexiglass barriers at all the table games. So the Gaming Commission did reduce how many people can play at the table games, but a lot of the hotels have taken that extra step in safety protocols that are putting plexiglass barriers between that. Tons of signage everywhere. They're not letting the maximum amount of people in elevators. The restaurant seating is at 50%. But one thing everybody needs to know is that mandated face masks are required in the state of Nevada through all the public spaces. So you'll definitely will see that everywhere you look.
And like for the hotel, like the hotel rooms, what are there any changes there? Like where you may not have maid service, you can request you don't want maid service. How does that work?
Yes, so you can request not to have housekeeping services for the entire duration of time you're there. But also hotels are not necessarily selling at full occupancy. And the reason for that is they're allowing enough time to step up because all of them have stepped up their sanitation protocols. They need that extra time in order to turn that room. And in many cases, some of the properties are allowing another 24 hours even before they will resell that room back into inventory to allow full air circulation over that 24-hour period. So we are seeing hotels take this so serious as it relates to their employees, but of course their guests as well, to make sure they're sanitizing correctly.
Excellent. Good to know. Now, I know you said you were in Las Vegas last week and some exciting stuff going on there. You were able to inspect the new hotel downtown, Circa. Give us some details about that.
You bet. So October 28th last week, the new Circa Hotel opened downtown on Fremont Street, meaning the first hotel in 40 years has opened up in the downtown area. It's a 777-room property. The rooms will be available to start staying in December 28th, but they open up all their amenities on the 28th of October. Some of the highlights, it's a 21 and over hotel, meaning they are carding at the door. So anyone under 21 is not allowed in the property. They have a 3-story sports book. It is the largest in the world. It is a capacity of 1,000 people. They have overlook bars that overlook that. They have the seating on the floor. I was absolutely stunned. The media exposure was amazing. But their highlight and their focal point is their stadium swim amphitheater experience. 150-foot wide LED TV overlooks their rooftop pools. There's 3 of them with swim-up bars, cabanas, sports betting outside. It was absolutely stunning. It is unlike anything I've seen of other strip hotels. You will be able to use that even not being a hotel guest as well. So I'm really, really stoked for what this Circa Hotel is going to be for downtown. And Fremont Street, Gretchen, telling you 15 million LED lights. We spent $30 million to upgrade the whole Fremont Street show that people might remember. It runs 24/7. It's 7 times brighter, 4 times resolution. It's really, really an incredible attraction now to see if you haven't been to downtown in a while. We've really stepped up our efforts in the downtown area, especially now capping it with the Circa Hotel opening up.
You know, I've stayed downtown some of the last times I was in Las Vegas, and I mean, it's really there's a lot of cool things. I know there's a couple new museums. I went to the Container Park, I think it's called, where all the shops
Yes.
are. What else is going on? Tell us a little bit about that.
You bet. So right underneath the Fremont Street Canopy Show, you can do the Slotzilla zip line, which is a really, really fun experience. It's kind of a must to do when you come to Vegas, but we do have museums. We have the Neon Museum, which is either self-guided or escorted tour. It's outside. They are open for business. They've reduced the amount of people that are in their groups. It is a collection of all the signs from Las Vegas hotels and other really landmark venues that have all found their new home that unfortunately they've departed from the strip or wherever they might have been. Really cool tour, fascinating history lesson of Las Vegas. And we also have the Mob Museum, great self-guided tour museum. Organized crime, everybody picks on Las Vegas that we're the only one that had the mob, and actually you'll find out there were a lot of other cities that were involved with that. Great history lesson, great exhibits, self-guided tour, very affordable. Just both are a few blocks away from Fremont Street.
Wow, excellent. That sounds so fun. I have been to the Mob Museum and absolutely loved it. It, like you said, the history is phenomenal.
Yes.
Now, what else is happening? I think there's some more builds going on. I mean, there's always something happening in Las Vegas. So tell
You
us a
bet.
little bit of that.
So we're excited that even through this pandemic, we have continued construction on 2 new hotels that are opening in 2021. Last week, I was so lucky to do a hard hat tour of the new 3,400 room Resorts World Las Vegas property. Now, this is on the site of the old Stardust Hotel. So it's on Las Vegas Boulevard, across from the Wynn and Encore. It will have 3 different towers. It's affiliated with Hilton. So if you are a Hilton point person, you'll be able to use points for that and accrue points for that. They will have some other luxury brands that will be part of it. But I tell you, their signature is going to be their 5,000 seat theater for residencies. And they have the first ever Infinity Edge pool experience that overlooks Las Vegas Boulevard. I took some pictures of that when I was there. It's really cool to see the view it's going to be from the Las Vegas Strip. So Resorts World opening in May of next year. The other new hotel opening January 15th next year is called Virgin Hotel Las Vegas. This was the previous Hard Rock Hotel that was purchased by Richard Branson. It has been closed since early February of this year. It's going to be a completely new reimagined property of 1,600 rooms opening January 15th of next year. So sadly, the Hard Rock brand name, as many people loved it, no longer is in Las Vegas and now is reopening as Virgin Hotel Las Vegas.
Wow, it's always something happening. And Las Vegas is more than just gambling. I mean, I know you've got all these new sports teams. I know you guys like to think that hockey makes sense in the desert, but those of us in Minnesota have to laugh at that. But it is pretty exciting. Your Golden Knights are pretty amazing. I know the stadiums are just phenomenal. A little bit more about the Allegiant Stadium. I think that's pretty amazing.
You bet. So just in July of this year, we built a brand new $1.9 billion glass dome stadium to host the Las Vegas Raiders. I get it. It's weird to say the Las Vegas Raiders. It is for people that live in Las Vegas. However, they are there to stay. The stadium, I was so lucky. I did a stadium tour. It is phenomenal. It's all glass roof dome. It overlooks the strip. There's actually lanai doors that slide open sideways that open up fresh air, but it's literally across the highway from the strip. They'll close some of the overpasses over the highway on game day for foot traffic, but I'm telling you, the stadium is impressive. The Raiders being our hometown team now in Las Vegas, absolutely. When the Vikings are coming around to play Las Vegas, let's cross our fingers. It's an away game. Your US Bank Stadium's pretty darn impressive. I've been there and I've seen it, but we like to try to rival that a bit. But can you imagine Vikings fans traveling to Las Vegas? I don't think Vegas would know what would hit them when the purple comes into town. So, but it's a great thing to look forward to in addition to our hockey team that we have obviously every year. And you obviously know the Wild plays every year. So maybe count on that. Hopefully it's during the winter. It's time to get out of Minnesota to come to Vegas and enjoy it.
Yeah, pretty fun to think about going to a game in Las Vegas when you have stadiums and places like that. So awesome. I mean, this is so exciting, Joel. It's so great to hear kind of firsthand last week, brand new information. Love to hear about all the protocols. really thinking of Las Vegas as a place to go beyond just gambling. Sounds like they're really practicing safety. So really appreciate your time today, and you take care. And should I say go Raiders?
Gosh, I'm just not there yet, but yes, we'll say go Raiders. Let's say go Vegas. Okay.
Okay.
So
All right.
come see us soon. All right.
All right. Thanks a lot, Joel. Appreciate it. Take care.
Thanks.
Yep.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Gretchen.